In ancient times, the prosperous city of Mathura was ruled by a tyrant king named Kansa. Kansa was feared throughout the land for his cruelty and thirst for power. He had usurped the throne from his father, King Ugrasena, and oppressed the people of Mathura with his ruthless rule. Kansa, however, had a soft spot for his sister, Princess Devki. Devki was kind-hearted and loved by all. When the time came for her marriage, Kansa arranged for her to wed Vasudeva, a nobleman known for his righteousness. The city celebrated their grand wedding, and Kansa himself took the reins of the royal chariot to escort the newlyweds to their palace. Little did Kansa know that his destiny was about to change forever. As Kansa drove the chariot, a booming divine voice echoed from the skies, "Kansa, beware. The 8th child born to Devki will be your destroyer." Terrified and enraged, Kansa immediately stopped the chariot. His face turned pale as the prophecy sunk in. Without hesitation, he drew his sword, ready to kill his beloved sister on the spot. Vasudeva, shocked and terrified, pleaded with Kansa to spare Devki's life, assuring him that they would hand over each child born to them. Reluctantly, Kansa agreed but threw both Devki and Vasudeva into a dark, dingy prison under heavy guard. Time passed, and Kansa lived in constant fear of the prophecy. When Devki gave birth to her first child, Kansa, true to his word, came to the prison. Although he was momentarily softened by the sight of the innocent newborn, the fear of death overtook him. He snatched the child and mercilessly killed the baby. This brutal act continued with Devki's 2nd, 3rd, and 4th children, as Kansa killed them one after another without remorse. However, when Devki was pregnant with her 7th child, something extraordinary happened. The unborn child was miraculously transferred to the womb of Vasudeva's other wife, Rohini, who was living in the village of Gokul. This child would later be known as Balarama, the elder brother of Krishna. Devki and Vasudeva's sorrow continued, but little did they know that divine plans were in motion.
As the time came for Devaki to give birth to her 8th child, the whole universe seemed to hold its breath. This child, foretold to be the destroyer of Kansa, was none other than Lord Vishnu, who had chosen to take human form to rid the world of evil. On the stormy night of his birth, as thunder roared and rain poured down, a calm descended upon the prison cell. At the stroke of midnight, Devaki gave birth to a radiant baby boy. This was no ordinary child. A divine glow illuminated the dark cell, and Vasudeva and Devaki realized that their son was the incarnation of Lord Vishnu himself. The baby's eyes sparkled with the wisdom of the cosmos. And in that moment, Devaki's sorrow was replaced with awe and reverence. But there was no time to rejoice, for Kansa would soon come to kill the child. At that very moment, Lord Vishnu's voice spoke to Vasudeva. "Take me to the village of Gokul, where the cowherd Nanda and his wife Yasodhara live. There, exchange me with their newborn daughter." Vasudeva, filled with divine strength, obeyed without question. As soon as Vasudeva picked up the child, the prison chains fell off, the heavy iron doors swung open, and the guards fell into a deep sleep. Vasudeva carried the baby Krishna in a small basket and ventured out into the dark, stormy night. The path was treacherous, but divine powers protected Vasudeva and his child. He reached the banks of the mighty Yamuna river, which was overflowing due to the heavy rains. As Vasudeva approached the river, another miracle occurred. The river, which had been raging moments before, parted to create a path for Vasudeva, with Lord Krishna safely in his arms. He crossed the Yamuna river. Overhead, the serpent Sheshanag, who is said to be Lord Vishnu as serpent companion, spread his many hoods to shield the child from the rain. Finally, Vasudeva reached Gokul, where he found the house of Nanda and Yasodhara, who had just given birth to a baby girl. Quietly, he exchanged the babies, leaving Krishna in Yasodhara's care and taking their daughter back to Mathura. Upon his return to the prison, the chains reattached themselves. The doors closed, and the guards awoke, unaware of what had transpired. Soon, Kansa arrived, expecting to find the newborn boy. However, when he saw a baby girl instead, he was momentarily confused. Nonetheless, driven by his fear of the prophecy, he attempted to kill the child. As he raised the baby girl to strike her down, she slipped from his hands and transformed into Goddess Durga, hovering in the air. The goddess laughed and said, "Foolish Kansa, the one who will destroy you has already been born. He is safe and far from your reach." With that, she disappeared, leaving Kansa trembling with fear and fury. Far away in Gokul, Krishna was lovingly raised by Yasodhara and Nanda, unaware of his divine destiny. But everyone around him soon noticed his extraordinary powers and charm. Krishna's childhood was filled with playful mischief and miraculous events. And in time, he would grow up to fulfill the prophecy and put an end to Kansa's reign of terror.